Hi guys, it's Wombat, and in today's video we are updating the Promods Global Edition to quite possibly the last version we will make on 136. There might not be a new version of Promods before we see 137 being released. It looks like it's been delayed even further. It might be that it is a month away. We don't know, but I don't have great hopes for a new version of Promods anytime soon. I do, however, have huge hopes, and I know that there will be a new version of EAA, version 5.4, released very soon. Could actually happen today, when this video is released, which is a Friday. Or it could be on Saturday or the day after the video release. If that is the case, hopefully you will be able to just swap the EAA 5.3 files out for the new 5.4 versions. In any case, in this updated version, I have removed the textures not found, the red roads on ROS, and I've focused tremendously on Southern Region. I've basically hauled around all of Southern Region to see if there are any crashes anywhere. There are none. Prove me wrong. I'm going to show you on the map how much I've actually hauled around on Southern Region yesterday. About 8 hours I spent on Southern Region yesterday, just hauling around to make sure that there shouldn't be any crashes on Southern Region. Of course, we still have the Lublin crash on Poland Rebuilding. I spoke a lot about that in my Europe edition, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just avoid the part of Lublin that I'm going to point out in this video as well. And finally, I have removed PJ Indo from this and introduced Vanemap 4.0 instead. It replaces PJ Indo because it's built on PJ Indo, so it occupies the exact same sectors and areas on the map, so you can't use both PJ Indo and Vanemap. I've decided to go for Vanemap this time because there was a tremendous amount of comments about the new version of Vanemap being released. Ooh, Jesus, dude. So, enough talk, let's dive into it. Let's take a look at what the map looks like before we go through how you set this up. Let's get started. And here is the map. We have the usual suspects, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but we have EAA and Promods obviously, and the new Vanemap is here as well. We have Australia, Tasmania down here. Middle East is here. We have YKSRSK, ROEX, Southern Region, which I have been testing extensively. Usually I fly over the areas that I want to verify is working. This time I spent probably 8 hours driving through basically all of Southern Region. There are no crashes. Prove me wrong. We have ROS+Map and Great Step, Road to Aral, Caucasus Map, and ROS. What is worth mentioning about ROS is that it is broken off. This is the only broken roads that I'm aware of, or that we have, that are also made deliberately. So yeah, it's broken off, and I prefer to have it that way rather than having the entire Uralsk and Great Step cut off from the rest of the map, because that is what happens if we didn't cut this road off completely. But we have a road connection here to ROS+Map. We have Promsona as well, and Swedish Islands, Paris rebuilt, Mediterranean map. There is a new version of EAA coming out soon. Looking forward to that, and that should fit right in without you having to make any changes to the combo in any way other than replacing the files for 5.4 when that is out, which I hope it is this weekend. Let's talk about the one and only known crash Lublin. This has been confirmed to be a crash. As you can see, this area here doesn't work. Stay away from it. You can go down here and there, but stay away from this part here. That crashes the game. There is no fix for it. Just live with it and enjoy the other 225,000 kilometers of roads we have. And here is the load order. We have from the bottom the Australia-Tasmania model map def, followed by the new Vanemap or Vanessa-Pashmina land and Vanemap fix. There are two more Vanemap files. One of them is the ferries, which adds ferries, and I don't want more ferries than I have to have. And then there is a graphics mod that goes, both of the ferry and the graphics mod goes in between Pashmina land and Vanefix if you choose to use them. The graphics mod lowers the quality of the graphics. It doesn't enhance them, it lowers them, and it lowers them even for the base map and probably all the DLCs as well. That is for those of you who have PCs that can't really cope with the high-res files otherwise used. Up to you if you want to use it or not. I'm not using it, and honest to God, I can't really recommend them because they lower the quality. But it's entirely up to you or to your PC, perhaps. We have Australia-Tasmania Def Quick Fix version 5. This is new, the new version 5. We have the Great Step 136 Model Map Def, Road to Aral 1.2, and then the file Russian open spaces down here. We have Southern Region Map, Model 3.2.1, Def and Map, and this is the updated Def and Map file. Make sure that you have underscores instead of brackets here. If you have brackets instead, you have the old file. That won't work. Then we have the Southern Region Vegetation Crash Fix and Southern Region Lublin Fix version 4. We have the Southern Region Map Fix for 136 and Southern Region English City Names. Then we have the 4 EAA files. Base Map, Map by EAA, Power Cargo and Heavy Cargo. These two are optionals, these two are not. Once 5.4 is out, in theory, you should just drop them in here and replace the 5.3 files with the 5.4 files instead. We have ROSmap Def package, and this is ROSmap 2.0 Fix 3. So make sure that you're using Fix 3. Then we have ProMods Assets, Models Package 3.2.1, Media Package, Map Package, Definition Package, and then the ProMods Middle East add-on, Assets Package, and Def and Map Package. Then we have Israel-Lebanon Open Border mod, which does what it says. It opens the border between Israel and Lebanon so that you can haul there instead of having to take a ferry to get around that border. We have the ROSmap Model 2, Model and Map file, City Translation. We also have Poland Rebuilding Assets, Models, Media, Map, Def, and Fix 1. If you also have special transport, there is a special transport route for Poland Rebuilding. And we have the road connection between ProMods+Rusmap and Poland Rebuilding version 1.04. Then we have the EAA fixes, 5.3 ROSmap and EAA 5.3 ProMods fix. I assume that both of these will work just fine with EAA 5.4 as well. If they don't, I'm pretty sure that Extremer will release new versions of them, hopefully very quickly after the release of 5.4. But I'm pretty confident you won't actually need updated versions of these files. Let's see what happens. We have Russian open spaces model vehicle and vehicle truck. Now you might ask, what about the Russian Open Spaces map file? We're not using it. The map file is included here. It's very strange on ProMods 5 for just ROS and RusMap. The map file isn't included, but for some reason on this version of Promzona for ROS, RusMap and ProMods, it is included. I have no idea why, it's just how it is. We also have the ROS to RusMap road connection, the speed of snow for us, which allows you to drive normally on snow. Without this one, it feels like driving on syrup. Then we have my traffic and sound fix. Some people have reported problems with textures not found, red roads basically. That has been fixed in this updated version. So this is version, let's see, 1.7. So that fixes the red roads you possibly had, and it removes the Promzona ROS ferry as well. So now there are no ferries on Promzona or ROS. We have English city and cargo names for ROS, ROS heavy cargo, and English names for ROS heavy cargo as well. We have Medmap version 0.1 and Romania Extended. Now this version of Romania Extended is the regular ProMods compatible Romania Extended 2.4. I'm not using 2.4 DLC or 2.2 or 2.2 DLC or 2.5 either, because that is also a DLC version. None of the DLC versions are compatible with the current version of ProMods. Stop trying to use them. Use the regular Road 24 assets, Road 24 prefabs, Road 24 model and Road 24 def map. If your files is named differently from this, you're on your own. We have YKSRSK 195. We're not using the 2.0 version and definitely not the DLC version. They don't work with ProMods, or the current version of ProMods that is. You need to use YKSRSK 195. We then have the ROEX 235 to RusMap road connection, as well as the ROEX 235 to Southern Region road connection, as well as ProMods Poln Rebuilding Romania Extended road connection. We have YKSRSK to Southern Region road connection version 2, YKSRSK 1.9 to ProMods 242 Middle East road connection, and the ROEX 24 English city names. We have Project Caucasus version 0.1, Paris Rebuild 2.4, Swedish Islands map add-on 1.10, the optional Pasajeros en toda a Europa, which is a passenger mod for EAA, TextFix 4 to avoid flickering roads and things like that. Even with TextFix 4, I should say, you'll still find some flickering roads in some places. There's nothing we can do about that. And finally, at the very top, we have the background map by Beng & J. So there you have it. If you have any problems getting this map combo to work, there is a video, I'm adding it to the end of this video, where I go through all the things you need to consider if you have any crashes during the loading. I should also add again that loading this one the first time takes between 30 and 60 minutes. I've had a few cases where it takes about 2 hours. There might be some who will see that it takes even longer to load it the very first time. What you need to remember is that you don't touch the game or the screen or the PC during the first loading. Just leave it there. Go eat dinner or something. Don't go outside. Stay at home and just let it load. In other cases, it might just take 15 minutes to do it initially, but it will take very long time compared to the second and third, fourth loading of the profile you're using. Avoid using any additional mods during the first load, and if you have any problems still, watch the video I'm linking to at the end of this video. It will solve all the problems, and the video will also tell you what to do if it by any chance doesn't solve the problems. So I'm not going to sit here and answer a lot of comments about what to do if the game doesn't load. Just watch that video. That is what I'm going to link to. Do your homework. I did. With that said, it's Friday, it's weekend. These are strange times, but I do hope you get to enjoy your weekend and take really good care of yourself. Till next time, bye bye.